Hello dear traders, and welcome back to Insta TV for another financial news release with me, Anna Kasatkina. Brexit has been postponed, so the United Kingdom faces disorderly election campaign ahead of the European vote. Amid this news, the pound sterling and the euro gained ground against the US dollar. Neither the ECB monetary meeting nor Mario Draghi's press conference provided any surprising results. The bank's president gave quite dovish comments. He said that the bank was not going to hike the interest rate this year. Besides, Mr. Draghi outlined downward risks to the economic outlook. Furthermore, Donald Trump's aggressive trade policy and unstable conditions in Italy raise concerns. The ECB president believes that the economic growth is more likely to slow down rather than accelerate. Traders took these words as a signal of the euro's possible decline. What's more, Mario Draghi expects the eurozone inflation to be sluggish in the nearest months. By the way, Germany and France released the inflation reports for March today. German consumer prices grew by 1.3% in annual terms, versus an increase of 1.5% in the previous month. This result came in line with expectations. Meanwhile, in France, the inflation rate came in at 1.1%, but in February it was at 1.3%. On Wednesday, the euro was highly volatile against other majors. The euro-dollar pair plunged by 56 pips, but then it managed to recoup losses. Today, the most traded currency pair was hovering near yesterday's closing level at 1.1278. However, the quotes may rebound as the US dollar lacks momentum. The minutes of the Fed monetary policy meeting that was held in March confirmed a dovish stance of the central bank. The Federal Reserve is reluctant to hike the interest rate due to a tepid economic growth. However, the daily chart shows that the euro is still unable to move higher. The pound sterling advanced smoothly after the EU officials agreed to postpone Brexit until October 31st. The Britons have 6 months to find a compromise and ratify the agreement proposed by Theresa May. The pound-dollar pair was slowly moving upwards, having settled near 1.3089 versus yesterday's high at 1.3120. Overall, tensions eased after Brexit had been postponed. Still, the urgent issues remain unsolved. Now the United Kingdom has to take part in the European election in May. European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker reminded London about this obligation. The election is going to be a rather costly event. Moreover, it can lead to a complete failure of the Conservatives. Consequently, the Tory government may collapse, so the general election may be needed, and time will show how the situation will develop. As for now, it seems that market participants shifted their focus to the US Treasury bonds curve and trade negotiations between Washington and Beijing. That's all for now. Thank you for watching and see you back soon.